Hello everyone. I welcome you all to ATM Creations. Let's begin with today's challenge. Now in today's video I want to share how I prepared myself to get into Limca Book of Records. How could I do such a big mandala on my own? So initially when I started planning, I was thinking I should make this big mandala as intricate as possible. But then I later realized if I'm going to focus on making it intricate, I cannot finish it in this lifetime. I have to do it only in the next lifetime. So, what I finally decided was to use only simple patterns, make those simple patterns big enough for me to get into Limca books. Now, how I prepared, and I told you in the previous video that the size of the mandala I was making is only 1/4 of this paper. So, from there, the actual size I made was not just 500 but 625 square feet. From having a lot of doubts on my ability to surpassing their norms of minimum 500, it was an adventurous journey. From doing 1/4 of this paper size, I improved to A6. A6 is much smaller than what I'm having, but bigger than the 1/4 of this size. So I started improving myself. Though decided to proceed, I was still not fully confident if I'm going to make it, but I decided to proceed anyway. So, more than the motivation of me getting into Limca books, the motivation of I shouldn't waste the trust of the other person who is willing to support me for making it to Limca books. That kind of a thought was more in my mind. So, maybe that gave me enough motivation to proceed. So, from A6, I graduated myself to A5, which is this size, and then A4, then A3, A2, A1. So I slowly started making progress, and the time that I took to improve myself from 1/4 of the size to A1 was not even a month. So the person who was supporting me to get into Limca books was like, Dada, I told you, no, you will be able to make it. Go ahead, do it. So appreciative, so supportive. And my family was also like, it was very supportive environment in the family. And every day I used to browse through some kind of a record making video, and that is when I subscribed to Guinness World Records Instagram page, and I used to watch their uploads to feel inspired. And then I suddenly ordered one canvas roll, 7 feet, that is 84 inches. So I thought, how long I'll be doing this A2 and A1? Let me do it something bigger. So that is 84 inches. So there is a private platform called Kalam's World Records. So I paid paid them, and then I decided to attempt. That was the biggest motivation for me, as I got a lot of confidence that I too can make bigger art. So that confidence I really got it after making that largest mandala in 7 feet by 7 feet sized canvas. And the next is this happened in Jan 2021. In February, I made another record with India Book of Records, and that is 7 feet by 9 feet. That was largest dot mandala art. So once I did these two, I was feeling more confident than ever. So I thought no more trial attempts before getting into Lumka. Enough. Two attempts I did, 7 feet by 7 feet, and then 7 feet by 9 feet too. So now, with these two attempts, the comfortable thing was it is only maximum of 9 feet. No, so I could spread the canvas in our living room and could happily paint. So there was no issue of venue. But 625, 500 square feet, I never thought I'm going to make it to 625, 500 square feet. I just need a place, just one big hall kind of a thing for a minimum of 1000 square feet. So obviously the home is not the right place for it. I need a separate place. It should be probably a stadium, or it should be an auditorium, or it should be a wedding hall, party hall, something like that. And what I did was there were a lot of things that was challenging me, and one was this venue. So it was in the month of April 2021 that I wanted to start searching for venue. And I'm sure all of you remember the COVID second wave was at its peak during April, May 2021. It took away a lot of lives, and I lost some of my very good friends too. That was such a tough time, and I started searching for venue. I didn't leave any stone unturned. Some party halls, wedding halls, auditoriums, playground, indoor play, stadium. So I tried all ways possible, all different ways possible. But people were having that place unused, but they were not willing to give it to me because, of course, there were one or two employees who were always cleaning those places. Because once COVID is over, that place must be usable, no? So there will always be some few people, two, three people cleaning those places. So, but still, the owners were like, no, madam, we are not going to give you the place because what if you bring COVID here? I tried convincing those people, saying, sir, we are not one whole bunch of people. At the max, it's me and maybe two more people to help me out. That's all. We are just three of us at any point of time. We are not going to crowd your place. So, how much ever I tried convincing the hall owners, people were not willing to give the space. And there is one elderly man, a wealthy man who has lot of wedding halls and party halls. And that elderly man is very close to my home. I met him. I told him, sir, if you want me to pay any premium cost, please tell me, I can pay. And his response was, Radha, now it is not about the cost. I cannot take the risk of risking lives of my employees. So I cannot give this place until August. I wanted to finish my attempt in May only, and until August, I thought, okay, this is not going to work. And I was internally feeling so sad that, looks like I have to give up the dream of getting into Limca books because nobody is willing to give me place. And that is when my family suggested, why don't you go and ask my school? I know the academic director of the school where my kids were studying, and I think my elder was in class 10 and my younger one was in class 7 that year. So I wrote an email. What time I wrote an email? 7:30 a.m. in the morning. I don't remember the date exactly of when I wrote the email, but it was 7:30 in the morning is what I'm clear. No, because I wasn't sure if the school management is going to accept and give me place. So I didn't want to feel embarrassed by going in person, asking, and getting my request rejected. So I thought I'll send an email. So even if they say no over the email, it doesn't affect me that much. So with a lot of disbelief, I sent an email by 7:30. By 9 a.m., I received a phone call from the school's reception that says, Ma'am, academic director wants to meet you. Please come to school by 10 o'clock. And the time I was receiving the phone call, I think it's around 9 a.m. I was actually moving around the entire city in search of a place to do my attempt. And the moment I received the phone call, if someone has to say no, they would have straight away said no. But receiving phone call and academic director of the school wanting to meet me means it is 99% yes. So I was so excited to go to school and meet the academic director. And halfway through, I just returned back home, quickly got ready, wore a good dress, as new as possible, as if I'm getting ready to, some function or something like that. I was so excited and getting ready with all makeup and other stuff. I went to school, I met the academic director. He wanted to know details of what exactly I want to do. Finally, academic director said, Radha, don't worry, our school is all yours. I was like, I couldn't believe what I just heard from him. I said, Sir, he understood I'm pleasantly, shockingly surprised. And he said, Yes, Radha, I meant what I said. The entire school is yours. So tell me which place you want to utilize. I was like, I told him a particular place, and he said, No, Radha, that won't be suitable for you. From whatever I heard from you, you use that particular building's reception place that is much bigger, and for all your requirements, that will suit. And I didn't know what to say, and I wasn't sure whether I have to pay anything to school or not, and I was little hesitant to ask him about the money part. So I didn't know what to do. I was just looking here and there. Looks like academic director is a much elderly person, very experienced, no? So I think he understood. He said, Rather, you don't have to pay anything. Water, electricity, security, and all the housekeeping staff is all the school is going to provide for you unconditionally, free of cost. And I was like, really, sir? He said, the school takes pride in having a parent like you who is trying to do something phenomenal. So the entire school is yours, Radha. Wish you all the best. When do you want to start? Rest of the story in next video. So mandala for this challenge is done. Now go ahead, recreate it, share it with me.